Hello Flowly friends, and welcome to this Yin Yoga practice for your neck and shoulders. If you are carrying any tension in your neck or tightness across the back of your shoulders, or maybe you have that familiar ache from hours sitting at your desk, then this is definitely the practice for you. We will move slowly through deep held stretches designed to release the upper back, soften your shoulders, and gently unwind through your neck. All you're going to need for this practice is, of course, your beautiful self, your mat. You will need a block. You could use a book or a couple of books if you haven't got a yoga block. And then maybe something soft like a cushion or maybe a blanket or towel, a bed pillow, anything like that. But yeah, just have something soft as well. Okay, so whenever you're ready, we will get started. So we're going to begin today's session in a seated position. You don't have to sit cross-legged if you don't want to. You could sit up against the wall with your legs extended. We're just going to be working the neck. So you just want to sit in any kind of seated position that's comfortable for you. Once you get into position, sit nice and tall. So nice tall posture through your spine. Let your arms relax, shoulders relax down. Let's take a deep breath in here. And then a nice slow exhale out, just letting your body start to settle down. Let's take another big breath in and let it go. Wonderful. Okay, just beginning with some little neck stretches. We're going to drop left ear to left shoulder. So just nice and gently drop it down, making sure shoulders stay nice and relaxed. And then you can close your eyes or soften your gaze. Breathe into that right side of your neck. So feel that stretch, breathe into it. And then each time you exhale, you're just gently releasing some of that stiffness you might be feeling in the neck today. And this is a really nice practice to do any time of the day when you've just got that tension that's built up into shoulders and neck. So this could be done first thing in the morning or maybe just before you go to bed. But like I said, any time of the day is good. Now, you can slightly deepen this stretch if you want to, and you're going to take your left hand and you're going to place it on that right side of your head, just above your ear, placing it really gently. We are not forcing, pulling the head down here, just gently letting that hand land, and that's slightly deepening up the stretch. So just enjoy a few moments of stillness. Keep trying to breathe into the neck. And try and keep that right shoulder nice and relaxed. Perfect. Whenever you're ready, nice and gently, just slowly release that left hand and then bring your head back to center. Just give yourself a moment just to kind of reset your neck. And then when you're ready, we are dropping right ear to right shoulder, nice and slowly. Try and relax both shoulders down. Again, you can close your eyes here. Imagine you're breathing into that left side of your neck. And then if you want to add in that deeper stretch, right hand this time, nice and gently on that left side of your head, just above your ear. Softly place it. Adds that little bit of pressure. If it doesn't feel good, just take the hand away and just stay as you were. Perfect. Nice and gently releasing your right hand, slowly bring your head back to center. Just give yourself a moment here, let the head just reset, let your shoulders relax, and then you're going to gently drop your chin down to your chest, just drawing it in nice and close, feeling that lovely stretch through the back of the neck here. Take a nice deep breath into it. Lovely, let it all go. You can just allow your breath to return back to normal. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Again, you might close your eyes here, and in a moment we're going to have that option to deepen the stretch again. Just stay as you are for a few breaths here. Wonderful. When you're ready, you're going to interlace your fingers and then gently place your palms on the back of the head, and then just let your elbows relax down. This is going to add that pressure. So again, if it doesn't feel good, just take your hands away, stay as you were. And you might notice then how this sends that stretch a little bit deeper down into the shoulders, maybe even as far down as your shoulder blades, or kind of in between the shoulder blades. Draw your elbows a little bit closer towards each other as well. Again, that adds that slight deeper level to this stretch. And just keep breathing into it. Perfect. When you're ready, slowly release your hands. Let them come down first, and then take an inhale and just bring your head back to center. If you just want to counter this for a moment, just take a little lift of the nose and just hold it here for a breath. And then gently bring your head back to center. Okay, we're going to make our way onto our knees now, and we're going to do what is called a little crisscross pose. This is really nice for releasing the tops of the shoulders. So you're coming into a kneeling position. However, if you don't want to be in this kneeling position, you can do this laying down on your belly as well. So that is definitely an alternative. And this is where you're going to need your block. If you need any cushioning, something soft for your knees, then grab that, pop that under your knees. And your block is just going to be in front of you to support your head. So this, we're going to come down like we're coming into a child's pose, but we're going to cross the arms. So what we're going to do is pop the arms out in front. We're going to start with the left arm over the top of the right, this little kind of crisscross action. Then we're going to lower ourselves down. The block is going to be in front of the arms, and then we're going to let the forehead come down to the block. Now, if you feel like you're reaching too far, you can definitely put the block on a higher level, or you can add something soft on top, like maybe a cushion. Okay, get yourself nice and comfortable. Make sure that your block is supporting your forehead nicely. And then what you're going to do is just walk your fingertips on both hands a little bit further away from you. And you're going to notice how this stretches right across the top of your shoulder. And probably your right side is going to feel slightly deeper with this cross. And then just let your arms relax. Once you've kind of stretched out that little bit further, just let those forearms relax. Just kind of sink down with the upper body. Close your eyes. And then really just try to enjoy this pose. Each of these poses, if you think about trying to breathe into that target area, and then just imagining that as you exhale, we are letting go of any of that stiffness or tension, anything that you've been holding in this area. So just letting it go little by little with each breath. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, take a nice deep breath and slowly just start to roll yourself back up to a seat. Take your time. And then we're just going to recross the arms here. So when you're ready, you are crossing the right arm over the top of the left, and then same again, just lower yourself down. Sometimes you need to kind of readjust where your prop is, or you can readjust your body. And then once you feel like you're nice and settled, your forehead is in position, it feels okay, that's when you're then going to just walk the fingertips that little bit further away, going deeper into that cross. And you kind of know how you feel here, so you don't want to feel any pain or discomfort when you do this. So just walk the fingertips out a little bit, or not at all. If you're happy exactly where you are, that feels enough for you, then go for it. What I quite like about this pose, what it does for me, now I've kind of recrossed my arms and my right arm is on the top, this kind of gives quite a little bit of a pull in the right side of my neck and shoulder, where I do personally hold a lot of tension here. So this helps to relieve that for me. So hopefully if you have a similar sort of issue, you might find this little pose quite useful. And it's definitely a standalone pose. You could definitely do this when you're feeling, quite tight and tense in the neck, maybe after work. And just do this for a couple of minutes, each cross, left then right. And like I said, you can also do this laying on your belly as well, so you might find that more comfortable. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, take a nice big inhale, start to roll yourself up, coming back up into a seated position. If you was laying down, just come back up onto your knees for a moment, and then from here we're going to make our way into a tabletop position. Now we are going to, from here, take ourselves into a thread the needle. So make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders first, knees are underneath your hips. And then when you're ready, left arm, you're going to slide it along the floor and lower that left shoulder down to the floor, and then turn the head so you're coming onto your left ear. Rest yourself down. You can support your head here with a cushion or a block if you need to. And then we are going to stretch out this right arm up along the mat. Nice big stretch. You get a lovely stretch underneath your arm here into the shoulder. Wonderful. Let your belly sink down and just close your eyes. Just giving that good stretch into that left shoulder here. Again, you could feel it in your neck, just depends if you are tight in this area or not. Now you can add a slightly deeper stretch into the arm and shoulder by pressing the right fingertips into the floor and then lifting the palm. And then you just kind of notice that stretch goes a little deeper into the armpit and around the back of the shoulder, just a tiny bit. So if that feels good, add that in if you want to. Otherwise, just close your eyes and enjoy the stillness for the next few moments. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, just slide your right hand so it comes in line with your face, and then take a deep breath as you press that palm into the floor and slowly unravel yourself back to tabletop. Just allow yourself to just reset for a moment. Just let that spine reset. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that to the other side. Right arm slides along the mat. Just come down onto right shoulder, right ear. Let yourself get settled down. Maybe you support your head here. Slide that left arm this time up towards the top of the mat. Maybe your palm stays flat to the floor, or maybe you go for that added little stretch, pressing the fingertips, lifting the palm. You know, maybe see how it feels first. If it doesn't feel that great, you can always lower down again. Make these poses work for you, not the other way round. You know, if something doesn't feel good for the body, then we don't do it. We don't do it, we don't force it. And enjoy a few more moments of stillness. What's beautiful about this pose as well, it has a just slight little twist in your back, that kind of thoracic spine. So you might feel a little bit of a release there as well. Wonderful. When you're ready, we are sliding the left hand in line with the face. Press that palm firmly into the floor to lift yourself back up to tabletop. Give yourself a moment here to just kind of reset in all fours position. And then we are going to take ourselves into a little melting heart here. So whenever you're ready, you are going to walk the hands forwards and lower the chest down towards the floor. Lovely. Slowly lower yourself down, forehead coming down to the floor, or your chin. I mean, I find the chin not that comfortable, but some people prefer it. So whatever works for you, you definitely can support your head with something soft here. Let your forearms just nice and gently relax down towards the floor here. Normally we would press the palms, lift the forearms, but we're going to go for something a little bit softer here. And just let your torso sink down. Just getting that lovely little stretch through your back here, into the shoulders, quite a deep stretch, into the shoulders here. Let your belly be nice and soft. Wherever you feel the deepest stretch or where the most resistance lies, imagine you're breathing into that area. And again, with each of those exhales, we are slowly letting go of that tension, softening the muscles, softening the ligaments, just giving ourselves that little bit of relief. So do make sure that you are still breathing here. Sometimes when we go into these deeper stretches, we tend to hold our breath without even knowing it. We want to keep that oxygen flowing into those muscles. We're working them. Even though we're in a still position, we're still activating and working those muscles. So keep feeding them with that oxygen, because that's exactly what they need. Wonderful. When you're ready, press the palms into the floor. Take a big breath to start to lift the head, and then you can walk yourself back into a tabletop. Wonderful. When we get here, we're going to bring the big toes to touch. We're going to take the knees nice and wide because we're going to do a wide leg child's pose here. Just come back to sit towards your heels, and if you want to add a little bit of support here, so take a little bit of pressure off the heels, grab your block and just slide it underneath your sitting bones, and that's just going to kind of give you that little bit of support. You could pop a little cushion on top as well. And then we're going to walk the arms out. We're reaching and stretching here, and then letting the forehead come down to the floor. Again, you could support your head here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to broaden up the shoulders just a little bit by just walking the hands out towards the edges of your mat. You could go wider if you wanted to, if that feels comfortable. And then kind of take a little soft bend into the elbows, just a little one. It's just going to soften up through your shoulders and hopefully make your shoulders feel that little bit more comfortable. It's going to give you a little more room to breathe as well, broadening the back, broadening the shoulders. Allow your torso to fully relax down in between those thighs. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, just walk your hands back into their neutral position. Press your palms into the floor. Start to lift your head and then use your hands to walk yourself into an upright position, just taking your time. We're going to remove any props and then just bring ourselves into a comfortable seat. So whatever seat you was in at the beginning of this practice, we're going to bring ourselves back right there. Take your time. Give yourself a few moments. Once you get here, just closing your eyes for a moment and just tuning in, noticing how your neck and shoulders feel, how that upper part of your back feels as well. And hopefully you've had a little bit of a release here. Let's take one last cleansing breath together. So a deep breath in through the nose and a nice big noisy sigh out through your mouth. And that brings us to the close of this Yin Yoga practice for your neck and shoulders. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this session. Please give me a little like if you did. Be sure to leave me a comment. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe for more Yin Yoga, gentle yoga flows and chair yoga. I hope to see you in the next video. Take good care.